Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into one of the most underrated superpowers in life, adaptation. Whether it's nature, technology, or your personal plans, the ability to adapt can mean the difference between success and failure. Let's explore how, why, and when we need to adapt. Spoiler alert, it's always. Let's start with a big word, systems. Think of a system as anything that has parts working together, like your body, a company, or even an ecosystem. When systems fail to adapt, disaster strikes. Take, for example, a piece of glass and plastic. Drop them both on the floor and the rigid glass will shatter while the flexible plastic will bend under the pressure. This is what happens when rigidity meets change. Glass shatters, but plastic bends. In nature, ecosystems thrive because they're adaptable. Too many predators? Prey species evolve. Climate shifts? Plants adapt. Systems that fail to adapt crumble under pressure. Ever heard of the passenger pigeon? Once numbering in the billions, they became extinct because they couldn't adapt to human hunting and habitat destruction. Now compare that to raccoons. They're nature's ultimate opportunists, thriving in cities because they adapt to their environment. So take a page from nature. Think of your life like a tree, strong but flexible enough to sway with the wind. When things change, you bend, not break. We all love plans. They make us feel in control, like we're steering the ship. But here's the thing about sailing. The wind doesn't care about your plans. Imagine you're a sailor plotting a straight course to an island. Halfway through, the wind shifts. Do you stick to your plan and get stuck, or adjust your sails and keep moving forward? Plans are like maps, not GPS systems. They're guides, not guarantees. Netflix started as a DVD rental company. Their original business plan? Deliver DVDs to your door. But as streaming technology grew, they adapted their model. Now they're a streaming giant. Imagine if they'd stubbornly clung to their old plan. Planning is important, but plans can never be set in stone. No matter how well you plan, things won't always go as expected, and that's okay. In fact, flexibility is the key to turning a plan into success. Flexibility in planning is like having a pencil, not a pen. You can always erase and rewrite, so next time you make a plan, leave room for surprises. How many times did you hear business advisors, financial gurus, influencers, or even close friends tell you, "I did this, invested in that, went there, and if you just copy what I did, you will become a millionaire"? Fast forward a few years following exactly what the nice man so generously provided. You failed and you don't understand why? Let me explain. Imagine you're using a map to navigate through a city. If you're still using the map from 5 years ago, you'll likely get lost because things have changed. New buildings, roads, and traffic patterns. Time forces us to adapt our maps and plans. What worked for someone 5 years ago most likely won't work for you now. Let's talk about Kodak. They were the kings of film photography, but when digital cameras started emerging, they stuck to film. Why? They thought their old ways were timeless. Spoiler, they weren't. This applies to all of us. The job market? Constantly changing. Skills? What's relevant today might not be tomorrow. The key is to stay curious and keep learning. All right, let's dive into nature for a second. Sharks. Did you know that sharks have to keep swimming to survive? It's true, if they stop, they sink and suffocate. Sharks are one of the oldest surviving species, but they have an important lesson for us. If you stop moving, you die. This isn't just about literal survival, it's about thriving in new conditions. Whether it's learning new skills, changing habits, or embracing new environments, movement is life. Imagine this. You're crushing it on a treadmill, running at full speed. Then bam! Someone cranks up the incline without warning. Now you're struggling to keep up. Life, technology, and even our routines work in the same way. What works today might not work tomorrow. So let's dive into why adaptability is the name of the game. Let me show you something ancient. a VHS tape. This used to be the pinnacle of home entertainment. Then came CDs, DVDs, then Blu-rays, and now streaming. What worked back then is obsolete now. Think of life as a video game where the rules keep updating. The strategies that work in level 1 might fail in level 10. The only way to win? Keep updating your playbook. This applies to businesses, relationships, and personal growth. What worked in your 20s might not work in your 30s. What worked yesterday might not work tomorrow. Always be ready to evolve. Let's switch gears a bit. Adaptation isn't just about skills or systems, it's about mindset. If you believe change is a threat, you'll resist it. But if you see it as an opportunity, you'll embrace it. Think of your brain as a sponge. A wet sponge can't absorb anything new, but a dry sponge, it's ready for action. During the pandemic, many people were forced to learn new skills. Some resisted and struggled, while others embraced the challenge and thrived. So keep your sponge mindset wet. Stay curious, open, and ready for anything. Okay, let's recap. Systems that don't adapt, they fail. Plans that don't allow flexibility, they crash. People and businesses that resist change, they're left behind. But those who embrace adaptability thrive. Here's your challenge. Find one area in your life where you've been resistant to change. It could be a habit, a belief, or a plan. Then ask yourself, how can I adapt? Because, like the sharks, if you're not moving, you're sinking. And we don't sink here on this channel, we swim forward. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, subscribe for more inspiring content, and share it with someone who needs a little nudge to adapt. Until next time, stay flexible, stay curious, and keep swimming.